Hi again everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. If you are a BBIG fan, then you probably are, as the bull run has continued. On Tuesday, BBIG bucked the market trend and exploded thanks to all of the dedicated apes out there. Now, I have to admit I had my doubts about how BBIG may perform this week once we close on Friday, largely due to a declining trend in the trade volume that I was seeing emerge. But following some weekend research and rallying, the troops got behind the stock and launched it further into the stratosphere on Tuesday. The stock gained a further $1.12 or 27.5% on the day, meaning the stock is now up 125% over the past 5 sections, which have been representative of consecutive gains for BBIG stock. Diving straight into this hourly chart, I want to focus on the volume, as this is where I had expressed some concerns for BBIG last week. As you can see, what I thought was a downward or flattening trend was mammothly corrected on Tuesday with these huge volume candles. I do think we are seeing a bit of a trend of very heavy interest early in the sessions, that is, as expected, plateauing through the day, so I am nervous about a possible, at least temporary reversal in the stock's fortunes in the near future. I imagine it is likely to play out in a manner where the stock will jump at the open before having a falling period as people back out and take profits. I think the chances of this correction occurring during Wednesday's trade is increasingly likely, as BBIG's big performance was in the wake of wider market sell-off, putting more pressure on some corrective price action to take place. Now, just to comment on the buying and selling trends, the RSI is running hot. The stock is massively overbought in the short term, and this rally has literally blown apart the Bollinger Bands. Interestingly, in the last few days of trade, the stock has not come back down to a neutral point on the hourly chart. So it is no surprise that Vinco Ventures was one of the hottest stocks on the market yesterday, so much so that early in the trading session there was a circuit breaker action by the markets and a temporary trading halt put on the stock. Following the strongly supported first few hours, the stock fluctuated between the $5 and $5.20 mark. One thing that is a little concerning for me is how the session finished. The stock floated back up in the last half hour of trade, however it was on the back of significantly less trading volume. This is a trading window which is usually fairly busy and a trend which even continued into the aftermarket. This sort of price action can be an early sign of a bit of a bull trap forming, something that short sellers will be looking to capitalize on. However, at this stage, I wouldn't be too concerned about this, as the stock is still running very hot at the moment. Now, in terms of shorts data from Fintel, there must be a bit of a lag with them updating their figures at the moment, or some of the data is not yet available to the platform. So there has not been many of BBIG's key shorts data figures updated since the market closed last week through to Tuesday. This includes the borrow fee, average days to cover, and percentage of float shorted, which are all unchanged. I would suspect, however, that these have increased dramatically following Tuesday's session. What has been updated, however, is that we have seen another big bump in the market cap for BBIG, placing it at $706.98 million. Interestingly, BBIG now finds itself at 10th on the list of top short squeeze candidates on Fintel, another big leap from 62nd place last week. In terms of shorts candidates ranked above it on Fintel, there is only one with a larger market cap. The others are all tiny, with under $141 million as their market cap, with $141 million being the next largest market cap. Most of the others are all under 100 million. However, because the company with the large market cap, then BBIG, has only 15% of its float shorted and a 10% borrow fee, I feel reasonably comfortable in saying that BBIG is perhaps now the best short squeeze candidate on the market presently. And to further support that red hot note about the stock, it is definitely one of the most talked about, with the stock ranging between the 4th and 8th most talked about stock on Reddit, according to Ape Wisdom. Vinco Ventures is very clearly the talk of the retail crowd at the moment, and it has a lot more interest now than it has had for quite some time. Given the bleak outlook for the broader market, I think this could mean that BBIG has the longer term potential to run quite high if trends hold equal for some time. That said, my final thoughts are that I do think BBIG is due for at least a temporary price correction, as I outlined over the weekend. Wednesday could be that day. I imagine we would see the stock jump out of the blocks before a period of profit taking begins and the price starts to correct down a bit. On that note, this is a hot stock at the moment. However, even with the rumblings of cryptide, I wouldn't be looking for this stock to go to the moon Not yet anyway, but I think we could see another push for the price to get back above the $10 mark if all things continue to trend as they have been. So if you are playing with BBIG, know when to cash out and take profit, and only be risking what you can afford to lose, because as fast as this stock flies up, there's an equally good chance it's going to come crashing down. Not that what I'm saying here is financial advice. Anyway, what do you guys think about the state of play with BBIG? Are you long on the stock, or are you just taking advantage of the current rally? How high do you think this rally can run? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if there is another stock you would like me to look at, drop a ticker symbol in the comments and I will see what I can do. Until next time everyone, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.